Gonzalez, and I play Ritual Beast. I don't know.
What's up, guys? This is Fortress Striker, and I'm here with Eddie Gonzalez, who basically is going to show us his Ritual Beast that he actually announced that he actually won at locals the other day. Is that true?
I topped 8. I didn't win, but I made it to the top 8 with these deck, yes.
What did you lose to?
I lost in my first round against Burning Abyss.
Alright.
Super gross.
Alright, so you ready for the deck profile?
Yeah.
Alright. And let's check out that suite you give, that Joey Matt, because he's the best character and none other. If you guys don't like it, leave in the comments, and I'll fight you off to see who is the better character. So let's get started.
I play 3 Canahawk, 3 Rampangu, 2 Apelio, 1 Dolphin, 3 Elder, 1 Lara, 1 Wen, 1 Zephyr Pelika, and 1 Thunder King.
What made you want to play the Pendulum?
This is what she is. She's basically a 4th tamer, because she's what you need to tame your animals are tamers, and she's actually an extra tamer. So, and her effect is actually sometimes pretty broken. It special summons from the graveyard and destroys it at the end of the turn, but it probably won't be there at the end of the turn. So it's pretty good. No, it's good to have. I liked it. I've tested it, and I enjoy it pretty well. And Thunder King is just because I personally believe there's not a lot of cards in the deck, and it's very well. It works really good against the meta, basically. And I mean, I enjoy it. It's a 19 beater, and it's an extra card to throw in there. To the spells, I played 3 Upstart, 1 Dimensional Fissure, 1 Bond, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Regeki, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, and 1 Galaxy Cyclone.
Why the Cyclone?
Oh yeah, well, I'm actually testing it. There's a lot of cards right now that I can actually lose to in the side, and stuff like Imperial Iron Wall, stuff that doesn't let me banish, and stuff like a lot of people play a lot of hate. So this card's pretty broken just for the fact that in the graveyard you can banish it and it pops a face-up card, and it's basically like I mean, the only disadvantage would be that you can't pop, if you have it in your hand, you can't pop face-up cards. You can only pop face-down cards. That's the only thing. But I mean, I've liked it. It's actually won me a game against the Tellers, and yeah, last week when I topped, I played it and they just started to cry. But onto the traps. There's a lot of traps, but I played 3 ambush. I don't have my 3rd one for some reason. Now that I'm doing this profile, I actually found out I'm only playing 2. So, but I would normally play 3. 3 Steeds, 1 Vanities, 2 Breakthrough Skills, 1 Macro Cosmos, 1 Mistake. I actually started out the deck with 3 mistakes. Did not like it at all. I cut it down to 1, and it's actually been working really well. And just because, you know, Mistake, it's just Mistake is a good card, but like against most decks, it's not really fantastic. I sided in my other 2 mistakes. I put in Mind Crush instead, just because I felt like it'd be a lot more helpful against, you know, Satellers and stuff that searches a lot. I felt like it'd do a lot better. And then I played Trap Stun and Solemn Warning. And yeah, that's it for the deck, the main deck. Onto the extra deck. My extra deck's a little bit incomplete. I'm missing 2 cards. I play Gaia Paleo. I want a second one. I want to play a second one. I play 3 Canahawk, 3 Apelio, 3 Ulti Pedalfin, and 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Sea Dragon, 1 Diamond Direwolf, and Abyss Dweller. And the 2 cards I'm missing is a second Ulti Gaia Paleo, I'm pretty sure I just said that, and Exton, the guy who blows it, basically. I need him. But yeah, guys, that's all it is for this deck. I don't want to show my side just because I'm about to join into a tournament, and I feel like it'll be bad luck. But maybe in a later video I'll show the side deck. And yeah, the side deck's also incomplete, so it's sort of pointless.
All right. So what are your positives of this deck?
Okay, positives. I mean, once you get going, it's pretty hard to stop, just because, like, perfect opening hand would be you would have an Elder, and you would have Canahawk. He's the Gold Sark for the deck. He basically banishes whatever you need, and you gain it in 2 turns. And Elder just lets you normal summon again, so you can start your combos off really fast. It's great first turn. You normally want to go first turn, just because, you know, going second is always great, just because you get that extra card if you have a dead draw, which happens actually a lot in this deck. But I mean, this first turn, if you grab these 2, it's ridiculous. Like, you end up with, you plus about 4 times. You're always adding, because you would send, and then you would go into Canahawk. You send to the banish. Canahawk's discards 2 and lets you search for any Ritual Beast card. So you're ending up with Steeds, and Steeds is basically a like a third or second Regeki, and you play 3 of them just because it's broken. And yeah, it gets your combos off, and then a lot of the extra deck beasts are actually, like Petalfin is broken. Like Petalfin, the only way you can kill him is by beating over him. And I mean, Canahawk is literally your main guy. He gets you going. If most of the time you'll dead draw into like 3 Steeds and like 2 mystical space typhoons, and you're just sitting there crying. But most of the time it doesn't end up like that, you know. And I mean, I've been really enjoying it. It's really good against the meta. It's really good against most decks. It destroys decks that need to go to the graveyard and have graveyard effects like Burning Abyss, you know, because of Macrocosmos and Defissure, that send everything to the Banish Zone. And I mean, sending to the Banish Zone is like our wish list. That's what we want, which is pretty cool. So I really enjoy it. It's pretty fun, pretty consistent. I added 3 upstarts to make it more consistent. I've noticed without the upstarts, you know, I played without upstarts, didn't like it at all, and I need the upstarts. I don't know why. I mean, I don't like giving the life points to the opponent, but I mean, it just works out a lot better for me.
All right, and what are your negatives for this deck?
Dead draws. There's so many traps, and there's so many. There's not a lot of searching cards besides Canahawk, which is there's 3 of. So if you basically have to draw into Canahawk most of the time to get started. I mean, it's not true, but you either have to draw into a Tamer and a Beast to get started, or like I've drawn hands where I drew 2 Steeds, 2 Ambush, and like 2 Mystic Space Typhoon and like a Regeki, and you're just sitting there like, okay, not doing anything, because there's not a lot of monsters in the deck. There's about like 15, I think 14 monsters, which is good. That's what the deck is supposed to do, but I mean, that's, yeah, sometimes if you dead draw, most likely you're gonna lose that match. But most of the time you're not dead drawing, you know. So it's I mean, you are and you aren't. That's what Yu-Gi-Oh. But I really enjoy it just because, you know, it works out for me. And I mean, I've compared a lot of different deck profiles, and I really like how this is working out for me.
All right, one last question. You mentioned that you said Canahawk was your Sarko. How come you don't play Sarko in the deck?
Gold Sark. Why I don't play it? Yes, a lot of people play it, but I really enjoy having that extra space for trap stun. Just because a lot of people were negative about me going with this, but I like it just because, one, you can start off your plays. It negates basically any trap if you have it set. And let's say I have a mistake, I could just flip it, mistake, I could search for anything, like, mistake doesn't die, but it's just for the turn, and it just helps a lot. Like, I don't draw into it much. Well, I mean, at least I don't, just because that's my luck. I just don't draw into it much. But when I do, like, it actually really does help me a lot, and I've enjoyed it a lot more than Gold Sark.
All right, is there anything else you want to say?
Wish me luck for the tournament in about 10 minutes. Yeah, and then I find a third ambush.
Alright guys, so this is Eddie Gonzalez's Ritual deck here. He's got to go do some Clash of the Rebellion sneak peek tournament today. So let's wish him luck as well. I hope you do a good job. Alright, so let's give this video a like, comment what you guys think about his deck, share this to your friends, subscribe if you're new, like my Facebook page, and this is Fortune Striker and Eddie Gonzalez with his Rituals deck, signing off.
There you go.